Hey, it's your girl Vanessa. You're watching Necessary Dishes, and today I'm making pulled barbecued beef sandwiches, and I'm making the dough and the buns by scratch. Now, how I started the dough, I've already made it a couple previous videos on how to make fresh dough, so I'm kind of going to skip this process, but I'm going to tell you quickly what it is and the ingredients. It's 4 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and that's just the dry ingredients. And then I have for the wet ingredients 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1.5 cups of warm water, and that's at 120 to 130 temperature. And I'm gonna mix that up with 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of yeast, and I'm gonna let that rise so it's nice and foamy. And I put that in a bowl, and then I put the dry ingredients and slowly knead it until it forms all together, and it kind of looks like this. And normally it doesn't look like, it's kind of more lumpy because I think I added too much oil, but this is just in the process of it rising. So I think by the time it's done it should be fine. Alright, so I have about 2 to 2.5 pounds of ground beef roast here, and I'm just gonna season it pretty good because I'm gonna put a sear on it before I put it in the, what I have is a Ninja Foodi, but it is also, it's many things. You want to look that up. It's really cool. I use that thing daily. But I'm pretty much going to put it in a pressure cooker. You can also put it in the slow cooker for about, I'd say about at least 6 to 8 hours on medium high, if not high. It really kind of depends. And it also depends on the weight too. So always keep a temperature thermometer around to make sure that your meat is thoroughly cooked. But I'm going to put in the pressure cooker for about 45 minutes to just speed up the process. But I'm going to heavily salt this up. And what I have here is a pan. I'm going to put oil in to stir it up. Do that. And I'll be right back. Alright, so your meat should look like this, very thoroughly oiled up with your seasonings throughout the whole meat. And I have this pan going. I'm probably going to put some oil in there too. Let's put some oil in there. So that's on a medium high. And what I'm going to do is just sear it. Ooh. You want to sear it on all the sides, all possible sides, so that you get a good char, because you're going to get those char pieces when you pull it apart. You want to have some of those char pieces, and it also locks the juice in too. So that's very important that you do that. I mean, you don't have to do it, but if you really want that extra flavor, that's a very good suggestion. Alright, your meat should kind of look like that, just a little bit seared. You can go a little bit longer on the sear to get it kind of darker throughout, but that's pretty good enough for me. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to pour the sauce on here. This beautiful sauce I made. I will put down in the description of what the sauce is. It's like a barbecue base, but I added some ingredients. Cook that up, and I'll put a little bit more water on the side of it too. Alright, so I got some water, and I added some oil too, because when I shred it up I want it to be nice and juicy, just in case, this doesn't have enough fattiness. I'm going to add some of that to it. And now I'm going to put it in the pressure cooker for about 60 minutes, and then I'm going to check on it. I'll probably pull it apart a little bit more, and depending on how tender it is, I'll probably let it go a little bit longer and keep it how it is. But already you can kind of see now that this is a rising double in its size. I'm probably going to let it go a little bit longer before I break it down into equal buns. Probably another 20 minutes. Alright, so I'm just going to show you guys how I make my coleslaw. What I have here is some shredded green cabbage, which is about 4 cups, 1 cup of shredded carrots, and I chopped up maybe about a 1/2 cup of bread and butter chips. So that's kind of like sweet relish before it's cut up. So what I have for the dressing is a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. I'll put that in a separate bowl. about 3 tablespoons of sugar, pepper, and maybe a teaspoon, and a couple splashes of vinegar, apple cider vinegar. So maybe a cap or 2. Alright, mix that up. And what the sugar does is it breaks down all of the vegetable, so that the water kind of, I don't know what it does. I'm not sure of the exact science. But yeah, it pretty much breaks down the water molecules out of the vegetables so that it softens. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, just comment in the comments, you know, if I'm saying that wrong. I'm no scientist. Let me try this. Perfect. A little sweeter. Probably add a little bit more vinegar. You want it sweet, but you want it tangy too. Alright. And the butter chips are a little sweet too, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just add this to this. And give it a good little mix here. Should have got a bigger bowl, so I'm going to have to be careful here. Come on. Don't spill over. The pickles are totally optional. I love pickles. Especially on a pulled sandwich, pulled beef, pulled chicken, pulled pork. Especially barbecued too. So this is going to take a little bit for it to ferment, if that's the correct word also. Or break down or get soft. I don't know, man. I'm just a self-taught chef, you know. Alright, so it's mixed up here. Alright, that looks like it's all mixed up there. So I'm going to cover this up and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator until it is ready to be topped, or you can have it on the side too. As a side. You can have it as a side, or you can top it on top of your sandwich. Alright, so at the point where I'm going to be making the buns, and here it's double the size, so I'm going to hurry up. My battery's getting low. Let me try to hurry this up. I apologize if I can't make it in time. Cover the top too, so you don't get your hands sticky. Alright. Oh, it's a perfect consistency too. Okay, so I'm going to make about 8. Okay, I'm going to do at this point is just kind of roll it all, because I'm going to have these rise one more time. Because I still have about 45 minutes until I have to take the meat out. So I'm going to just knead that in, and what that's going to do is it's going to rise into the soft ball here. My kids are watching something in the back. They just left me down here, left the TV on. Story of my life, you know? My life is hectic, can I say? I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. It would be a little eerie if I didn't have a little bit of background music. Sorry if that's annoying to you guys. You're going to want to see the end of this video though, promise you. Alright, so I have the dough here. I just flattened it down because when it's going to rise a little bit more, and then when I bake it, it's going to rise even more. So I want to flatten it down, not so much, just enough to where it'll form nice sized patties. It won't be like a ball, super ball where you can't really, I guess either way it's good. But yeah, so I'm going to cover that up on both of them. And then by the time the beef is done, I'm just gonna bake it. It's gonna take about 10 minutes or so, and then I'll be ready to prep it all up. Alright, so the buns are sitting here. They've risen a little bit. They are 100% uneven, but I'm just gonna have to work with what I got and watch them in the process. So what I have here is a little egg wash. I want a shiny, kind of a little bit of a shiny finish. So I'm just going to coat the top of them very lightly. Alright, I'm going to pop them in the oven at 400 for about 10 to 12 minutes. Alright, look how good this looks. Let's see how tender it is. Oh yeah, baby. Yep. It is tender. You can go like this to it, and it can shred. It's ready. Show you. Look at that. Alright, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like on the inside. So it's perfect, cooked all the way through. And I'm just going to put some butter on this side and sear it on the saucepan and get a little crusty so it can hold its shape a little bit more. It's really, really soft. I mean, super soft. Alright, so I'm just going to have this go for about a minute or so I can get a good little crust. Or I can broil it, but I just decided to do it this way. It seems a little bit quicker, and I can watch it in the meantime. Alright, so I'm going to make my son's plate. See here, I just got it a little slightly toasted. And I got the beef here. I just shredded it, left the sauce on there. Very, very tender and delicious. Nice amount. Give him some. Alright, as you can see, it's nice and tender. It is shredded, tender, perfect. Even the sauce has its perfect consistency. Alright. Alright, so I got the sauce. And I got this beautiful meat right here. It's super tender. The sauce is a perfect consistency. I'm going to go ahead and start plating. So I just toasted the bun a little bit. I love the texture, how it has small pieces and also has thick pieces too. Alright, thanks again for watching. Thank you for the support. I'll see you next video. Peace out. Look how beautiful that is. Nice and juicy. That's what you want.